Imagine stepping into a hidden world, where cities are carved into mountains and secrets lie buried under the jungle. Ever heard of a city guarded by monkey gods or warriors who lived in the clouds? What if I told you there are ancient secrets that even your history books don't mention? We're about to go on a thrilling ride back in time to discover civilizations so cool and mysterious, you'll wonder why no one's talking about them. Buckle up as we uncover the hidden gems of history, way cooler than any movie. Let's dive into the past and explore the ancient mysteries together. But before we get moving, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Deep in Peru, high up where the clouds hug the mountains, there was a group of warriors so brave, they were called the Cloud Warriors of Chachapoyas. Imagine living so high up in the sky that you could almost touch the clouds. These warriors built an incredible fortress called Cuelap, a giant castle made of stone on top of a mountain. It's like something out of a fairy tale, but real. They had houses, temples, and even a secret water system. But here's the mystery. No one knows exactly why they disappeared. Some say it was due to the powerful Inca Empire, and others think it was because of diseases brought by explorers from faraway lands. What's left of their world are ruins hidden by the cloud forest, waiting for adventurers like us to uncover their secrets. Isn't it cool to think there are real mysteries like this waiting to be discovered? Picture this. Deep in the jungles of Honduras, hidden by thick green trees, there's a lost city called the City of the Monkey God. For years, people thought it was just a story, like something out of a treasure hunt movie. But guess what? It's real. Explorers found it with flying cameras that can see through trees from the sky. Imagine walking through the jungle, vines everywhere, and suddenly you find ancient ruins no one has seen for hundreds of years. This city was full of treasures and maybe even secrets of a whole new world we never knew about. People are trying to figure out why the city was left behind. Did they run out of food? Was there a huge flood? Or maybe a mystery disease? It's like a real-life mystery waiting to be solved. Exploring this place is like being a detective in a mystery movie, but way cooler because it's real. Ever wonder about a place where cities were super organized and everyone had a cool bathhouse right in their home? Welcome to the Indus Valley civilization. Picture this. A huge city with super straight streets like a giant grid, houses made of baked bricks, and they even had their own toilets over 4,000 years ago. But here's the mystery. Even with all these cool things, we still can't read their writing. It's like they used secret codes for everything. They were like the inventors of city life as we know it, with clean water systems and smart ways to get rid of waste. But one day, poof, they just vanished. Scientists think maybe a big earthquake or a super dry drought made them leave. Imagine leaving such awesome cities behind. Their story is a bit like a movie where you're waiting for the ending, but it's lost. Yet, they teach us how smart and creative people have always been, figuring out ways to live better together. Isn't that amazing? Let's zoom into a place called Aksum, an ancient kingdom where people were super traders and builders in what's now Ethiopia. Picture giant stone towers called obelisks, pointing up to the sky like ancient skyscrapers. They were like the shopping mall of the olden days, where traders from all around came with spices, gold, and even elephants. Imagine using coins made in your own city to buy stuff from someone who lives thousands of miles away. That was Aksum for you, the center of a huge trade network that connected Africa to Asia and Europe. But here's the twist. Even though they were so smart and powerful, Aksum slowly disappeared into the pages of history. Today, we can still see their giant obelisks and wonder about their amazing skills in building and trading. It's like they left us clues in stone and metal to piece together their story. showing us how people can create incredible things when they come together. Imagine being the ultimate road trip adventurer, but over 1,000 years ago. That's who the Sogdians were, the coolest travelers and traders on the Silk Road, which was like a super long highway connecting China all the way to the Middle East and Europe. These guys didn't have cars or phones, but they had camels and lots of guts. They would pack up silk, spices and precious stones and then trek across huge deserts and mountains just to trade. The Sogdians were like the glue that held all these different places together, because they knew how to speak lots of languages and were super smart at business. They helped share ideas and goodies across continents, making the world a more connected place. But even with all their skills and smarts, the Sogdians kind of faded away into history, leaving behind beautiful art that shows how they mixed all these cool cultures together. Okay, so picture a city carved right into the cliffs, hidden away in the desert. This is Petra, the secret home of the Nabateans. These folks were like the wizards of water in a place where water is super rare. They built this amazing city by carving into the rocks, and were super smart about collecting rainwater with secret channels and big storage tanks. Petra was like a hidden treasure chest, filled with beautiful buildings and tombs that looked like they're straight out of a fairy tale. The Nabateans were also master traders, dealing in spices, silk and precious metals, making Petra a bustling stop for caravans traveling across the desert. But even with all their smarts and cool tech, Petra eventually got forgotten, buried by time and sand, until explorers rediscovered it. When we look at Petra's incredible buildings and think about how they managed to survive in the desert, it's like a message from the past, telling us about human cleverness and the power of nature. Imagine a group of mysterious warriors appearing out of nowhere, sailing on big ships to different shores, ready for battle. These were the Sea Peoples, and no one really knows where they came from. They showed up over 3,000 years ago and started causing trouble for the big empires around the Mediterranean Sea, like Egypt. The Egyptians drew pictures of them fighting the Sea Peoples, showing us they were a big deal back then. These warriors didn't just fight, they also caused a lot of changes. Some people think they might have helped bring an end to the age of big fancy empires in that part of the world, starting a whole new chapter in history. But after causing all this chaos, they just disappeared, like they were swallowed up by the sea. Today, we only have clues from old stories and artifacts to try to solve the mystery of who they were. It's like a giant puzzle from the past, showing us that even the biggest mysteries can have a huge impact on the world. We just traveled through time and explored some of the coolest hidden parts of our world's history. From cities in the clouds to secret warriors of the sea, we've seen how smart and creative people can be. Each of these ancient places and stories teaches us something special about how humans have always found ways to survive, connect, and make something amazing, no matter where they are. Thanks for joining us on this adventure. If you enjoyed today's episode, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications by ringing the bell. Thanks for watching, and remember, there's always more to discover.